Down in Los Angeles, and Sacramento with a 7-point lead, getting a big break. No Paul George. And of course, tomorrow night, it's going to be an automatic win. I'm going to make that statement right now. But first things first, pretty good half for Ryan. I really like the assist to turnover ratio. I'm going to start right there. I like the ball movement a lot in that first half.
You hit the nail on the head, Grant. It was huge. And in the previous two matchups with the Kings and the Clippers, the Kings had turned the ball over 14 times and only averaged about 25 assists. So that's different tonight. Good thing for them.
All right. I know it's very early out of the gate, but you know what? This second part of the season, post All-Star break, is starting to remind me a little bit of last year. Getting all the breaks,
yes,
right?
Yep.
So you got to take advantage of them. Last year, the Kings took advantage of all these breaks after the All-Star break, and they need to do it here tonight and then again tomorrow. Jerry Reynolds joins us right here at the half. Jerry, it's good to have you on. And I was just telling Rhino how nice that ball movement was in the first half. That was outstanding. You know, the assist to turnover numbers, that's going to win you a lot of games.
Yeah, and I thought defensively that's just one of the better halves we've seen the Kings play, and they're obviously not an easy team to guard. But solid performances, I thought. Keegan Murray and Barnes, and of course Fox was terrific. DeMontis struggled mightily until the end there, but the effort and everything. So the Kings are in a great spot. That's this is a good team, and they only one thought is, if you're Harrison Barnes or Keegan Murray, don't try to beat Kawhi Leonard off the dribble. You just go ahead and throw it out of bounds and be done with it, because it ain't happening. That guy he's the best. Those hands, and man,
big hands,
giant hands.
Yes.
Yeah. Be careful when he's guarding you. But I like it. A very good half. And let's face it, the Clippers without Paul George are not the same team. Still a good team, but they're not the same team. And I thought that first 24 minutes probably about as good as Mike Brown can expect. And yeah, Sabonis didn't shoot well, but his numbers are outstanding. He's going to get another triple-double in this game. Fox is playing very well. Ryan, any concerns that you saw in that first half going into third and fourth quarters?
Yeah, the on-ball defense, that would be the concern. There was too many times James Harden straight to the rim, Kawhi. I don't know, and I would defer to Jerry. They're rushing or doubling Kawhi sometimes. I don't know if that's necessary, because I don't want the other guys for the Clippers to beat the Kings.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, I don't know that a double bothers him that much anyway, because he doesn't really challenge it that much. He's going to move the ball. He's going to read the defense very good. So, you're really just opening up open shooters. And they've got, with Norman Powell, guys like that, they've got guys that can make shots. So I think the only time, you might give help on him going to the basket, things like that. But, it's a tough call, though. I think with Kawhi, I don't know what you do, because the problem is he's so damn good, he's going to figure it out, eventually.
Ryan, also, you look at New Orleans losing tonight, you look at Dallas losing, and again, there's no way in the world the Kings are going to lose that game tomorrow. I'm just telling you, I know we say that, but if you could win this game and pick up a game on both New Orleans and Dallas, and then you have, let's just call it the way it is. Tomorrow's going to be a layup with that. I don't know if they're going to have 8 guys on the court. They're going to have to get somebody off the street, but with the games still ahead on this 5-game stretch, and I like to look at 5-game increments at Denver and at Minnesota after tomorrow. This second half is huge for Sacramento. Huge.
Well, it's not just huge for their momentum. This is huge for them mentally heading into the postseason, because this is a Clippers team that has dominated them and dominated the Kings at their own game from behind the 3-point line. So, yeah, you got to get tomorrow, and then stay tuned to the schedule as well, Grant, because of the suspensions. Like you said at the top, the Kings are the luckiest team after the All-Star break.
Yep. We saw it last year. Jerry, you got to take advantage of it, though. And this next 24 minutes is going to be a big 24 minutes. I don't want to overstate it, but this is going to be a big second half for Sacramento.
Yeah, these guys aren't going away. Guys aren't going away. So Kings will have to play as good, or if not better, half in the second half in order to get the win. And you said the overall, the Kings have just got to play the schedule and win as many as they can to get some on the road and win your home games, and they'll be in good shape, because the West is eating their own. Everybody, as you pointed out, Grant, Dallas, all these teams, with the exception, looks like, except of the Thunder, seem like nobody beats them anymore except the Kings. So, yeah, watch the Warriors went down to Denver, starting to play like Denver. Of course, Jamal Murray, when he's back, they are tough customers.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and
Yes,
remember
they are.
the last 28 for the Kings, 18 are against the West. So scenarios like this tonight might not pop up often.
Yeah. Yeah, good point. Jerry, I was going to ask you about the challenge late in the half. I don't understand a challenge like that in that situation, second quarter, and now the Clippers don't have a challenge. I don't know if I'm coaching. I'm gonna save that when I really need it. And I know every call over 48 minutes could be the difference in a game, but I didn't quite understand that one.
I didn't either, but they got their they didn't lose their challenge. What happened was they'd called the foul on Trey Mann, and they went
Yes.
back and said no, the foul's on Theis. So
they didn't lose their challenge because of that. Yeah.
So they still got their timeout and their challenge, but the point's still the same. Yeah, it does seem strange that they would challenge that in that situation. I think coaches are a tendency to listen to the players too much. Guys, every time there's a call, guys are swirling their fingers. They want a challenge on everything, and sometimes I think coaches buy into that a little too quick.
All right, I got the Kings winning this one, Ryan, 116 to 111. What do you have?
I've got the Kings winning this one 121 to 119.
Jerry, you think it's going to be close?
I think it's going to be closer than that. I don't think the scoring will be that much. I think Kings will win 108, 106.
Wow.
Okay.
108. All right.
Well, as you know, I'm never wrong. So just
you're not wrong. But so you're thinking the Kings, you think the scoring's going to really slow down. That would mean a 50-point second half for the Kings. That's that Bowling Green math coming into play here, Jerry.
Well, yeah, it's better than French lick math. So, we'll go with that. But
Yeah.
I do. I just think that it's going to, the Clippers will toughen it up, I think, as much as the Kings. So I think the baskets are going to be hard to get here in the second half.
My big thing, Jerry, I think they will tighten up, but as long as the Kings keep going towards the basket, which they have done predominantly here in the first half, I think they're going to get more opportunities.
No, I agree with that too. And Fox is doing a great job of getting downhill, and creating little baskets there for Domas himself. And he's the one guy they really can't deal with. And so it'll be interesting to see how they adjust to him, especially in his penetration, to see if they start sending that second man in his way, which should open up Keegan and Barnes for some open threes.
Well, this is one of those nights that you, as a Kings fan, hope that they do that because you're getting a balanced effort from all of your starters. All of your starters are a threat on offense tonight.
Exactly. That's what you want. And the Kings, all five guys can score. I mean, Herter's really had a nice, solid start, Keegan and Barnes. So I think they're in place. But like I say, I think it's probably going to be some adjustments, and I think they will adjust to Fox because they know he's got it going, and they know he's capable of going for 40, and that's what they've got to – they can't let that happen.
All right, we are going to be coming up post-game. A couple of people wanted an update on Scott Pollard. He had a pacemaker put in 2 days ago. The heart has not really woken up fully yet, and the pacemaker, all it does is it ensures that the heart will keep on beating. But he's hoping to get out of the hospital tomorrow and then move into a condo right across the street from the hospital with his wife, Dawn, because he has to stay there for 6 weeks before he can go back home to Indiana. But I texted with him a couple hours ago, and he was very upbeat, in a very good mood, and was explaining to me why he got the pacemaker. It's not atypical to have the term they use is the heart hasn't woken up fully yet. I don't really know what that means in medical terms. I know what it means kind of, but the pacemaker just ensures that the heart will continue to function until it does wake up entirely, and then he won't need the pacemaker anymore. So that's the latest update, but he's in good spirits. He's doing well. And the good news is the heart's still really good. So, again, he's got a long battle ahead of him. I think people think you get a heart put in and, after you heal up, you're fine. It's not the case. This is going to be a long, long process And the key here with this heart transplant for anyone that gets a transplant, your body has to accept it. And it can take, I guess, from what I understand, up to a year where your body can reject the heart. So it's only been a week. There's a long way to go.
Oh.
I was. Oh,
Go ahead, Ryan. No,
I was going to say, I was shocked, Grant, just the fact that when you were with him, that you were able to talk to him days after the transplant. So not surprising with the outlook.
Somebody says pacemaker or heart transplant. Sorry, it's a big difference. Just curious. No, he had a heart transplant, and then 1 week later had a pacemaker put in to regulate the heart. Okay, so that he had a heart transplant. I literally was talking to Scott less than 24 hours after surgery and had a very normal, which I don't know if it's possible to have really a normal conversation with Scott, but we had a normal. We had a normal conversation. I would have not known he had just had major surgery. So anyway, thank you for everyone asking, but he's in good spirits, and I believe he'll get out of the hospital tomorrow.
That's one of the more amazing things I've heard, Ryan, really, is a normal conversation with Grant and Pollard.
Yeah.
So, you got to stretch his imagination there a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
good
it's called maturing, Jerry. As we get older, we have a tendency to have a little bit of a better conversation, but only a little bit, not too much.
Hey, that's not my strategy. I'm maybe 8 decades old, but I'm staying immature. I
love that. So anyway, we will be back with you on the post-game show. The Kings and the Clippers right now. Sacramento looking good. We'll see if the Clippers can get that. Do you think in order for the Clippers to win this game, guys, they're going to have to start hitting threes, right? I mean, is that going to be the key for them?
I think it is for both teams, really.
Yeah.
I think if one team really starts making them, and both are capable, but that probably could be the game and the difference if one team gets it going and the other doesn't.
Yeah, the Clippers have shot 43.9% coming into tonight from beyond the arc against the Kings. So it's key right there.
Yep. Jerry, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Talk to you tomorrow. All right, good stuff from Jerry Reynolds. Ryan, we'll look forward to being back with you in an hour, buddy. See if they will light the beam tonight. We'll find out in a little more than an hour.
Yeah, we can't wait. Open phones. Bring it tonight after the game.
Sounds good. All right, everyone. Talk to you soon. Enjoy the second half.